Hi, I'm Talon, and we're back with some more fun and games, and today we're doing something that's gonna be weird. Because I've never played this properly, and I've never actually read the dialogue and tried to figure it out, and all that kind of stuff. It's been like, oh, this could be fun, and then I get lost for like 16 years, and then I'm in the wilderness, and then that's it. Because then I log back in the wilderness, and I have no idea where I am, where I'm going, or where I came from. But before we get into all that funny business, I just want to say a few things that I need to say that I forgot to say. In terms of that huge, confusing, convoluted, brain-melting, seizure-inducing randomizer that I was doing, which had 31 games in one randomizer. So finding, say for instance, the crank in Resident Evil 2 could have actually been a weapon for Ratchet in Ratchet & Clank 3, and then the weapon in Ratchet & Clank 3 could end up being a Keyblade for Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2, and then a Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 2 could end up being a treasure map for Link in Wind Waker. And it was confusing and convoluted, and it did my head in. So we're not doing that anymore. I made the executive decision. I'm not doing that. I'm not continuing it. It's just gonna be, it's gone. See you later. Bye-bye. I may end up doing another randomizer that's really scaled back. And I do mean scaled back. I mean scaled back to like maybe 3 games at most. Because it could be fun with, 3 games. But it's just, when I came to 31, that was just stupid. I thought, alright, this will be funny. And at first it was funny. But now it's just a migraine. So that's gone bye-bye. We were going to be doing some more Pokemon. So Generation 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But as far as the Generation 2 games go, as well as Generation 3 and 4 and 5. So in Generation 1, we used a configurator called Scott's Thoughts. He built software to make server runs to make it give you more information and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of broken when you use a team, but it still works the way that, you could see the stats and the move pools and all that kind of stuff. Gen 3 doesn't work at all, and I don't know why. I spent half an hour trying to figure it out. It just doesn't work. I don't know why. I thought Gen 3 worked, and then when I started it, it gave my mudkip 1,000 EVs. Now you might think, well, hang on a minute. Isn't the maximum in Gen 3 512? Yes, it is. And I had thousands. Like, the technical number was 1,106, and 600 of those was in a single stat, which I think was special defense. So it was the bulkiest mudkip you could ever find. So I don't know why that's happening, so that's been put on hold. Gen 4 wasn't really barking properly. I haven't looked into Gen 5, honestly, because I was trying to get Gen 2 to work. I'm like, man, Gen 2 doesn't work, let's try Gen 3. And then Gen 3 didn't work properly, and then I'm like, well, I could go Gen 4, but then it's like it was very choppy and glitchy and laggy, and I was like, well, that's brilliant. And then I haven't even looked at 5, 6, or 7. Gen 8 is obviously Sword and Shield, so that's on Switch. 9 is Scarlet and Violet, so that's on Switch. But I wanted to do it in order, so I'm still wanting to do the older ones first. But if that can't happen, then we'll make the decision to be like, okay, we're just gonna have to skip those. Or we're just gonna have to find a way to make it like decent looking. Especially with the DS games, because they've got the second screen. So we've got to like figure that out as well. As far as like and the way we're gonna lay out the screen layout, that's the word I'm looking for, layout. So we've got to figure out how to do that so it's all nice and crisp and not like stupid. So yeah, what we're doing today is something stupid. On my end. It's because I am stupid. Sir. Final Fantasy XI Online. Now you should see I have every expansion on the side there. Because I bought the full complete edition and then I never played it. That's a lie, I did play it. I spent about 3 hours lost. I think I ended up being a level 12. But I deleted the character. I'm starting completely fresh. Now, you've got your little cursor, little dude here. You can barely see it, but here it is. I'm not using the cursor because I have controller. I've connected the controller to it. There's a way to do it. It's really confusing. It's in the config, so you've got to figure out exactly which button is which. And which button you want on each setting. Now, it is a bit glitchy with the cancel button. Sometimes you have to mash it like 600 times. Before it does anything, without further ado, we're just going to jump straight in. So, in Final Fantasy XI, you have, obviously, your stats breadths, your races, all that kind of stuff, your genders. So, it's all split. So that's the bog standard human. Here's the bog standard human female. Then you got the Elvens, which are your elves. Or if you're a Final Fantasy XIV player, it's Allison. Then you got your Taru, which is like your little child, like, race. As in they're adults, but they're the size of children. Then you've only got Mist for female for some reason. Which is not at all like, what I expected. So they're more cat than, if you're from Final Fantasy XIV, they're more cat than, humanoid. In terms of the faces and stuff like that. And then you got this big guy. He's just a big guy. He looks very upset. Or either that, or he's having a great time. It's hard to say. So we're just gonna go your Bob standard human female. So now every single race has its own like intro with like, camera spinning and showing the model and all that kind of stuff. So I'm literally not controlling anything. They just have their Bob standard animations just to show like what they look like in different angles and different movements and all that kind of stuff. Now, it's very hard to see because it's written very smally. Very smally. My English is impeccable. Here. It says size. So at the moment it says size S. The way this game works is your physical size changes what you can equip. So there is gear that's specific for size L. There's gear that's specific for size S. This is something that I found out ages ago, and it's the only thing I remember. So without further ado, we're just gonna go this one. Now you've got different faces. Gives you different faces and also different hair. So the hair is based on the face. So that's interesting. So there's not as much customization, but what you have to remember is this game literally came out in the year 2000. About 2000 or 2001. Or maybe it was 2002. I can't remember. That's how old it is. And it's still going today. And then obviously like it's like the camera's so far away you can't even see the face, so you've got to wait for the camera to actually like zoom in and whatnot. There's like, is it a bun? No, it's a little tiny ponytail. And then it just lurps. But I think I'll just be boring and go face one. So you can make it slight. So the hair color changes as well. So with this face, it goes slightly red. And it looks like the eye color changes as well. You know what? Let's go with that. So here we are. Small, medium, large. based on equipment. I'm a tiny girl, so we'll go small. Now here's your starting jobs. Warrior, monk, white mage, black mage, red mage, and thief. So they all have different abilities that they start with, and they've all got different stat spreads. So obviously warrior has better strength, monk has a bit better vitality for some reason. White mage is obviously better mind and charisma, where black mage is better agility and intelligence, and where red mage is kind of an all-rounder. And I do mean all-rounder. Red mage is like probably the most versatile in this game. It's not your Final Fantasy red mage. No, it's not your Final Fantasy 14 red mage. It's your Final Fantasy red mage. So they do bits of everything. From what I remember, red mage and summoner could solo like raid bosses on their own at some point. But this was like literally 8 years ago that I learned that information. So could it be different by now? I don't know. And then thief. Now whether it's actually thief or whether it's bandits, I don't know. So I don't know if they steal or not. But I'm sending a red mage. And now I have to put in a name. So then I can't just press this button and it just picks random names. Just random. But I'm not gonna do random. Now, I cannot hit space. Well, actually, I can hit space. It just doesn't make space. And there's no hyphens. There's no underscores. There's no numbers. So you can't just go space last name to guarantee the name. So let's go to random world. Self. I don't know what gold world pass is, so let's just enter. So now you've got 3 kingdoms. So Sandoria is basically the Elven fortress. Bastok is basically the Shirm nation, which was only recently invented, created, whatever word you want to use. And then Windhurst is the Taru. I'm just gonna go Bastok. Now, this may end up with me going, I don't know where I'm going. What am I meant to be doing? Where am I going? What's happening? So I apologize in advance for the amount of times I'm going to say that. Because it'll be a lot. Jesus, that's loud. I'll deal with that in a minute. And in post. Before you ask, the question mark means new adventurer. In the Gusterberg Mountains of southern Kuan lies something. Compared to Sandoria with its legendary Order of Knights or Windhurst with its ancient institutes of magic, Bastok is still but a newborn nation. But advanced technology and near limitless underground resources have allowed Bastok to rival the other 2 nations in power. Innovative and adaptable humans make up more than half the population of Bastok. With their flair for industry, economy, and politics, they were the driving force behind Bastok's rapid growth. I couldn't read that because it was too white. The Galka, a race of hulking humanoids, comprise a third of Bastok's population, originally hailing from Zepwell. They came to this land over 600 years ago. Without their incomparable strength, the countless ore mines that drive Bastok's economy would have never been dug. Adventurers seeking fame and fortune flock to rising nations like Bastok. I am one of them. My story begins here amid the smoke and bustle of the industrial city of Bastok. Was a Charlock. Oh my god, this water. Hey, Grill, is it true you really saw Captain Volker? Are you really sure we're talking about the captain of the Mithril Musketeers here? I'm telling you, I'm sure. I saw him walking towards the mine district. I bet you he's investigating something. Yeah, right, like you'd ever know. ... Hey, didn't you say you want to become a Mr. Musketeer someday? You're too slow. They never take you. Besides, Gorka can't become musketeers. Even if they did, they'd never become captains. That's not true. Two of the 5 Mithra Musketeers are Gorka. And one of them disappeared a long time ago, right? He doesn't count. And there was even a Gorka who was supposed to become a captain once. Huh, that's a laugh. Whoever told you that? Gumba from the Mines District. He's just a kid. What would he know? I can't believe you'd hang around that dirty old place. Well, we're not playing with grubby mines people like you. Hey, what's all this bickering about? Dad, are you going adventuring again? I am. I'll be gone a while. If you don't get along with the other kids, I won't bring you any presents. Yes, sir. You going to, Mr. Dalzak? Yes. Be good. Look after my place when we grow. Hey, let's go play over there. Hey, guys, wait for me. Well, then let's... Oh. You're an adventurer too, I see. Ah, but it's just still new, aren't you? I can't ask you to come with us then. Like Dalzak and myself have done, you should try to form a party of people in the same level as you. We do not always adventure together. Right. Is there anything we can help you with? What is it you want to do first? Find some work. Set any goals for yourself. That's good. What kind of work are you looking for? Help people. I don't think I know anyone who need help for now. I do. Her name is... Micaiah. She's an Alvan who lives next door to me. Could you talk to her and see if you can help? Go to the Kulatz Bridge near the west gate. There you will see 3 buildings with shops in them. Micaiah lives on the 2nd floor of the middle building. Why didn't you help her yourself? ... Anyway, here, take this adventurer coupon. Give it to a guard named Rate, and she'll give you some starting money. You can find her here. Open the map from the main menu on the right if you want to check it again. You should be able to find out where Rate is by checking your markers. Open map from the main menu, select markers. Press the right arrow key and all should be well. Use trade from the main menu to give items to people. Rate will tell you more about that. Well, we should really be going. Good luck on your travels, adventurer. Okay. Here's my problem. I usually forget what they tell me. But my god, this water. And there's a volume. Oh, thank god, that's better. Alright, so I need to find Rate. So Rate, so where am I? I'm here. Rate is actually just over there. Wait, I can literally see it from here. So then I open this menu. I hit trade. I target Rate. I'm out of range. And then we go to the adventurer coupon. Okay. An adventurer coupon. Good. Here's your starting goal. You would do well to speak with a man named Guldagar. You can find it by the West Gate and Bascom markets. Obtain 50 gil. Okay, so I need to equip my items. My crappy dagger. And the ring. Now, this Abyssal Mask thing. And it's from some kind of event that's going on. It says, the Portal of Despair opens again. Labyrinth winners in its law, with its law to destruction, continue to entice warriors and annihilate them. Ye traveler, revel in the endless dangers that close in all jobs. I do not want to wear this. Because I feel like it's just going to be like, oh, you put it on. You're going to end up going into a dangerous portal and you can't stop it. Okay, so now I need to... There's a set of 3 houses and she's in the middle. That person has 3 stars. That's crazy. Are they synthesizing stuff? Maybe. Well, somebody is. The set of 3 houses and it's in the middle. This one? That's a Semio. That's a Horatius. have to target the door. Target, thank you, thank you. Now these are all like like stalls and stuff. There you are, you know what I'm looking for, neither are you. On Earth! Target the door, please. Thank you. Wait, no, it was Kalut's Bridge. That's what they said. So I go this way. And then I go... No, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, keep going the way I'm going. It's not that it's confusing. Okay, that's a lie, I'm very confused. But it's one of the... Because it's an older one, it's like, you figure it out. I'll tell you where you need to go, you gotta figure out how to get there and where it is. So it said it was the one in the middle. So it should be this one. No, it was the second floor. So it should be up here. Open this door. There you are, Mikhail. I found something. What should I do? In times like these, I wish I was a member of the guild. Oh, hello there. You're an adventurer, are you not? I could really use your help. I'm a goldsmith. Yes, I know that most people think they're elven and no good at that kind of craft. Nevertheless, that is what I do. For my own reasons, I am not a member of the Goldsmith Guild, but because of that, I'm having trouble collecting the materials I need for my work. I'd be indebted to you if you could bring me a copper ingot. And that's it? Okay. I have to find a copper ingot. I'm assuming that I can just go over here. And just buy one for like one go. Maybe? But this is the, I want to, materials, goldsmithy, zinc, brass, mithril. Come on, there's gotta be copper here somewhere. I'm seeing a lot of everything but copper. No, that's cobalt. Can I, like, search? I guess not. If I can, I don't know how. There is a... Okay, what about smithing itself? Alright, here we go. Copper. Well, there's copper. Oh, here we go. Copper ingot. Price history. 5,000? Well, never mind then. Okay then. Surely there's a, like an actual store somewhere. That says gem. That's jewelry. Oh no, hang on, that's it. That's the guild there. Okay. So let's just go back to where we came. I'm actually learning. I did think about streaming it, but it was a real pain just getting it to come up in the recording software. So it's a recording for now. Open this damn door. Thank you. Are you synthesizing stuff? Hello. I want to buy. I can buy copper ore. But I don't, but I'm not a guildsmith. Did that say 1 million? There's no way that said 1 million. That did say 1 million. That said 1 million. Why's the, like, the leader and whatnot? Yo. Hello, I've been appointed by the Guild Workers Union to manage the trading of manufactured crafts and the exchange of guild points. However, to assure product quality, I cannot carry out any business for those whose rank lower than novice. But I don't know what rank I am. I don't know who's the leader. Nope, can't stop to chat right now. Who's the leader? You resell items from various guild passes and exchange crafted points. Don't allow amateur craftsmen. Yeah, but I don't know how to become a guildsmith. So are you the leader? Welcome young lady to the Goldsmith Guild. This is a special association for those who work with silver, gold, gems, and all precious metals. Hit sign up. Wonderful, you're one of those, what do they call them, adventurers, are you not? I think we'll start you off with crystal synthesis. Sure, you already know, but crystals are a form of condensed energy. Using crystal synthesis draws the energy from the crystals and uses that energy to convert matter into different forms. Sounds simple, but true works of art can only be made by forming an image of the item when you synthesize. The better the image, the better chances you have of getting a product worth keeping. That's why professional goldsmiths such as myself can produce superior goods, but don't take it personally. Our guild does not prefer crystal synthesis to traditional methods, but if you ask LT, I'm sure they'll give you some good advice. They're all top-class artisans. Obtained a fire crystal. Okay, so how do I synthesize? That assumes the synthesis menu. I don't have anything else I can actually use to synthesize. Out of the menu. Let's see now. The shaft's connected to this gear. The gear's connected to my belt buckle. Could you, not talk to me right now? We're really busy researching the application of cutting-edge clock-making techniques in the field of automation augmentation. Whoa, I sound really professional, don't I? Okay, so if I buy this copper ore. Combination of materials cannot be synthesized. Okay, but Amateur. The synthesis items for that rank can be on your skill. Synthesis, concentrate. My gold smithing skills went up ever so slightly. I don't remember someone helping you 5 seconds ago. You'd be best off trying your luck with a handful of stone arrowheads. Necessary skill goldsmithing, necessary crystal wind, necessary item 2 flintstone. That's all. Collecting materials yourself is the cheap way of practicing goldsmithing unless you've got gilded burn. Okay, so I need a wind crystal and 2 flintstones. Hello, Mriggle Dude. Welcome. Able adventurer, warmest welcome from the Magian mob of Mrigglehood. To think you can perceive me, my true form, Mriggle, the trials of time take a toll on us all. I command and control crystal-related incantations, their ephemeral essence helps hold vanity all together. Surely you've studied synthesis, then you would doubtlessly versed in their myriad uses. Cooper, promise you will not speak a syllable to others in my existence here. Mum's the word. Then the deed is done. In exchange, I shall proudly profit my services in making your crystals ephemeral, true Cooper. Mayhap I move too quickly, and I will praise you of the particulars of this crystal storage, if you will. Strikingly simple. Trade me your crystals, and I shall safely store them for you. You need only glance at your currencies, less the seating I'm holding for you. But I can store more than crystals alone. Fire clusters and the like are also acceptable. My mysterious Moogle magic has limits, Cooper, so I can only hold up to 5,000 of a particular element. You never know what secrets are in store unless you try. You can wistfully withdraw them at any time by speaking to me. Any number over 12 will be returned as clusters, Cooper. Service is available to free you from the fetters of funding. As long as you keep this hush-hush, I'll always resist you with no recompense required. You can find me here, then you can surely see me in other locations, true Cooper. Moogle magic, you know. Because I do not actually exist in Vanity, only a part of me projected to your world. It's rather simple to summoning magic. Sorry, similar to summoning magic. I promise not to bore you with particulars, just come chat if you need me. I'm not able to store crystals. The shop is closed. This shop's hours are 8 to 23. Okay. There you go, old school Amber. The shop's actually closed and they go home. Okay, so I need to rank up, apparently. That does remind me, I actually have a thing I can use. This. Can now use the spell Dio, which is a light spell that does damage and lowers defense. Where am I going? What am I doing? I speak with someone at the west gate. Maybe I should actually genuinely be writing this down. I had no idea shops actually closed in this game. It makes sense, but in the modern day, that's crazy. I don't know why these people have blue names. I'm looking for someone. Here it is, someone. Skulldogger, is that what it was? That I'm looking for? Am I looking for you? Hello. Thank you. Greetings and well met, defender of the Republic, Skulldogger, you most humble service. My station is to help Those new to the life of adventurer in Vanadiel, I specialize in tasks of fundamental knowledge necessary for success in such endeavors, as well as related methods of pedagogy, whatever that is. With my aim, you can rest assured that your first steps down the adventure's path will not go astray. Should you still consider yourself a newcomer, I would highly recommend that you make use of my services. This is my permanent post. I never leave it. Remember it well. Whenever you need a hand with anything, don't hesitate to come calling. So you are interested in some entry-level duties to put you well on your way to greatness. Not to worry, I've just a thing for you. Go talk to the guard Rabbit Wolf over yonder, have him cast Signet on you, then come back and see me. Hello. I'm Rabbit Wolf, I am an Iron Musketeer. I'm one of the guards charged with overseeing Bastok's conquest campaign. What do you cast Signet on me? We had first place in our hands, but we let slip away. If we want to be ranked trust and value, each and every one has spoken to the part. Look forward to hearing of your achievements. Good luck, citizen. I bestow upon you your nation's signet. I'm now taking part in the conquest, apparently. I have some questions. Never mind. 5 hours of signet, whatever that is. Well, it looks like you were able to get your signet. Easy enough, yes? As long as signet is in effect, there is always a possibility that you will obtain crystals from any enemy that you defeat. There are also more concrete benefits such as increased defense and evasion. Signet even helps you when not engaged in combat. For example, it boosts the rate at which healing occurs while they're pressed. For all those reasons and more, you should consider it essential to have Signet cast on you at all times. Very well then, as the reward for successful completion of your first assignment, I would like to present you with these strips of meat jerky. There is more here than meets the eye. That was a jerk. Anyway, this type of item, known amongst adventurers as a meal. This meal in particular will temporarily increase your attack power when eaten. Whenever any type of meal is consumed, you receive some temporary status bonus. Naturally, different meals grant different types of bonuses. For the most part, meat dishes enhance attack power, safe food, defense, and so on. Take care to select dishes best suited for your purpose. One thing you should make note of, however, is that you cannot eat a meal while another meal or status bonus is still in effect. Your stomach would simply burst. That's quite a lot to cover. Are you with me so far? This is a breeze. Great. While talking can only prepare you so much, let's get right down to it. Go ahead and pop one of those strips of meat jerky. After eating a meal, a status icon designated as food will appear in the upper left portion of your screen. Come back and talk to me once you confirm it's there. Alright, so we go items. Beat. Oh. It's literally 1 a.m. I have got a burger icon that says 21 minutes. Check out the full bazillion, you well done. Signet and meals can both play crucial roles whenever you take on any type of enemy. This is a key lesson you would do well not to forget. I will forget. Next, let's go those pristine hands of yours nice and dirty. Now since letting that food go to waste now is there, let's send you out there to find monsters on a full stomach. Exiting through the gate over there will use an area with hostile enemies. Try to target one of the monsters and select the check option from your menu. This will help you ascertain an enemy's level of difficulty and make sure they're not too strong. A smart adventurer picks their fights. Be warned, engaging any enemy that checks is very tough or above will result in your signet not granting you the defense and evasion bonuses you would otherwise receive. And that brings you to your next assignment. It's high time you learn how to use a weapon skill. Perhaps you've already noticed, but sometimes while fighting an enemy, your skills will rise little by little. When your skill with the weapon you are loading reaches a predetermined value, weapon skills become available for use. Combo, for those adept with hand-to-hand weapons. Wasp Sting, for those who fight with daggers. Fast Blade, for those who prefer the sword. Shining Strike for what is the club. Heavy Swing for those who take up the staff, and on and on and on. Selecting status from the main menu, bring up the combat skill option. This will display all current skill levels and all weapon categories. The first weapon skill for each weapon type can be learned at the skill value of 5. So make that your first goal and we'll take it from there. Okay, well before we do that, assuming the shops are, it's probably not. It is. 200? How did I got 48? I'm mashing. I'm mashing. I'm mashing with all my mind. It's not working. Alright, let's have a look. How much does this sell for? 14. 29. Tur. Okay. I am playing with both controller and mouse. I am pro gamer. Surely there's something that's been flooded in the market that's a low-level weapon. Weapon. I want sword. Level 13. I want something that's like level 1? Level 7. Level 13. Level 1. $80 million? You what? Okay. Okay. We're sticking with dagger for now, I suppose. Unless I can find a sword. Wait a minute. I don't know how to change jobs. I was thinking if I knew how to change jobs, I could restart as a, well, I'm assuming a warrior gets a sword. We're now in South Gusterberg. Apparently, I have gained some login points. I have no idea what these points are for, but I got some. Right, so we target this thing. We go check. Seems like a decent challenge. There we just threw the out. That did true hull damage. That did 5 damage. Ow. He did. Wait. I just noticed that a treasure chest spawned. It opened. Temporary. Not interested. I prefer permanent items. I'm assuming this is just an, easy. Whatever, just kill it. Damn. I missed. I missed again, users. This I'm doing big damage. My evasion raised by 1. Rather, reach skill level 1. Another chest. Oh no. I remember this. I have 6 chances to guess a number. The first digit is even, okay. So it's 2, 4, 6, or 8. So it has to be 2 or 4. So I can make this very easy. So if I enter the combination of 40, it is greater than 40. So I'm gonna test that it's 45. It is greater than 45. Or now 47. Okay, I've got like a 1 in 2 chance of getting this right. I believe that it is 49. Wait, what? I'm stupid. It was even number. For some reason, my brain read it as it's between 2 and 4. I'm stupid. That proves how stupid I am. I literally said yes, so it's 2, 4, 6, or 8. So I should have done 60, not 40. I'm stupid. Get back here, so I can stab you. Thank you. Wait, you can do running attacks? Yes, I can. Yeah, haha. I'm running into you. Can't believe how stupid I was. 160 experience points does not seem like a lot, considering I have not leveled up. Now I have. I found the flintstone. I needed that. And some kind of seal thing. Flask of apple olay. Regen plus 2 for 180 seconds. Hi there. So I need to get to level 5. I also need another one of those flintstones, and I need a wind crystal. Harry is level 1, okay. Yeah, so you think one day Pokemon is slow? This is slow. But I will still complain about modern day Pokemon. There's my dagger that has to reach 5. Right. Now I'm with ya. Well, there's the wind crystal I was looking for. Temporary item. A Daedalus wing. Sure, okay. I have no idea what it does, but I'll take it. I know what's all missing. There's another wind crystal. But I need one of them worm things here. How do I make this? How do I make the thing scroll up? Apparently I don't know how. Oh, my mouse is tricky. I was trying to remember if it was the worm thing that dropped that flintstone. I missed. Ow. Ah, there's something called a stone here. I just realized. Now what up? Oh, my skill reached level 6. Doesn't that mean... I do. Damn. The XP chain number 1. What does that mean? So if I kill another one, I get more experience. So, if you look next to my fruit icon, you can see it says TP. That's where you need to use abilities. It stands for technical point. But you don't get any until you drink combat. So you don't start with it. But I think that... this thing, right? So if I do... I use this. That instantly gave me 1,000. And then I can use Wasp thing. Yes, I get experience bonuses. Oh, here we go. Another chance at redemption. It's either 4, 5, or 6. Wait, did I read it wrong? Okay, it's the second digit. Okay, remember that. The first digit is 3, 4, or 5. And the second is 4, 5, or 6. So realistically, what I should do is enter 55. Because that will tell me everything I need. It is less than 55. And then if I enter a combination, so if I go, so it's less than 55, so it's not 6. Wait, no, I'm stupid. I'm stupid again. Let's go with 45. I'm just gonna go 34. It was 35. So yes, I continue to be stupid. It's maths and numbers, and I'm not good at those. Especially when you only get 6 attempts. If maybe I had 12 attempts, I could figure it out. Oh my god, stop missing! Thank you. So whatever experience chain I had is gone. What's those other ones? I swear it was a worm thing that dropped it. Is an earth crystal. Alright, well, I'll go back to that dude. Because I've unlocked a weapon skill. And they'd be like, you should join a party. And I'm like, well, I can't do that. I'm assuming that's where we're going. When I outed your... No. That's literally the first expansion where here I am. Somebody went and learned a new weapon skill, didn't she? Very good. I can see by that twinkle in your eyes that you've already used it on some poor unfortunate creature, but I'll explain just a bit more. Whenever you are as tactical points. I thought it was technical points. Okay. Which 1,000 or more, selecting abilities and a weapon skill from the menu will display a list of usable weapon skills. It is well worth an adventurous time to learn and master them. By the by, why were you fortunate enough to receive some items? If you were lucky enough to come across any Beastman seals, make sure you hang on to them. They may pay dividends later on. Very well then, as in completion for your assignment, I'll present you with 100 gil. By the way, you're familiar with gil? Yes, I am. It's money. Each gil coin bears an arcane water might prevent forgery. Tampering with currency could invite divine punishment, so do take care. Basically, the devs will come at you, bro. Now then, the next thing I want you to learn is something everyone adventure must know. Records of Eminence. Open the quest menu, choose quest, from there choose Records of Eminence, select objective, tutorial, basics, first step forward. Okay, so I have to go into quests, journal missions quests, Records of Eminence. I have undertaken first step forward. Okay. Then talk to this bird. No, not you. I need to talk to Isikoth. Oh. Oh, there you are. Like, what? What are you talking about? It's a dirge. He looks pumped. Attention! My name's Isikoth, and today's lesson we're gonna learn about... Impart to me your knowledge. That's the spirit. You're an adventurer in my spitting image, at least when it comes to passion. Today's lesson is all about Records of Eminence, so break out your textbook and turn to page 5. What's that? Just if you've got any textbook, you'll have to share with the person next to you. The memorandum nods in agreement. Let's get the show on the word. Records of Eminence is in word, fighting spirit. So what if that's 2 words? That illustrates my point all the more. Adventurers need to give it 80,000% at all times or not pulled justice. Class dismissed, now the gathering. Dear Pratt, can't fool me by just assenting everything I say. That's not how education works. You'll never walk the path of enlightenment. Behaving like that. To tell the truth though, you're already well on your way to prominence. You've even completed your first objective simply by talking to me. Furthermore, my experience tells me you'll be rewarded by some unusual type of compensation. Now take the next step in your journey and try setting an objective all by yourself. You need to break out and swear. Your eminent teacher will guide you. To choose an objective under the objective list in the Records of Eminence section of the quest menu. I hear you can even repeat certain ones. I'll let you figure out which ones they are on your own. I wouldn't want you to just regurgitate the answers I give you. Now would I? Like I hinted at before, you gain sparks of eminence that quantify your achievements. Trade them to me and I'll give you back some tokens of gratitude. By the way, this little bugger here is which we call a memorandum, records all your eminent feats for you. Yes, I too become unsettled by its constant and intense blaring. Luckily, all you need to do is clap your hands together like so and... vanishes into thin air. See, even the soulless machination possesses a flying spirit. How could it disappear instantly, instantaneously like that? Just kidding, I'm only trying to cover up the fact I don't know how it works. As my mentor said, when you don't know the answer to the question, distract the person with the jerk. Well, I've officially taught you all I know. Get out into the world with your trustworthy membrane doll and prove how stingy you truly are. I always get a little teary-eyed when I see my ciphers go off to bigger and better things. It clapped and it came back. New challenge. I've gained 300 experience points. That's a lot. The limited time magic damage kills. Since you received the explanation, completing objective earns you experience points as well as sparks of eminence. Experience helps you level more efficiently, while sparks of eminence can be changed for equipment. My recommended objectives are found on a combat-wide area within Combat Spoils 1. Start with Spoils Fire Crystal and continue through Spoils Water Crystal. These settings might as well remain in place at all times. As you continue adventuring, you often obtain items such as crystals. If you've set the recommended objectives, your progress will advance automatically and you complete them once you obtain the required number of crystals. There are many objectives that progress naturally as you adventure. Try setting various goals and you'll be surprised at how many benefits you gain at once. That reminds me, there's another lesson better learned sooner than later. The items you no doubt come across, known as crystals. They are truly versatile items that can be used for a number of purposes. These include trading into cards for certain rewards, selling to earn money, just to name a few. But now I'd like to explain more about another role, the synthesis. We've already started that. But first, express your reward for completing last one. Here you are, then a fire crystal, a lizard tail, and last but not least, a pot of honey. Now, using a fire crystal will bring on the synthesis interface. Once there, select the lizard tail and pot of honey. All it remains is okay. You'll find the crafting process will never begin should the ingredients you've selected not form a viable synthesis recipe. Also, even when your materials are correct, there's always a chance that your synthesis will fail. The majority of items which you create by synthesis, as well as most of those drop items, fee can be placed on the auction house for sale. The auction house is the ultra consumer vendor, blah 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 blah. My words alone can do no justice. Go see it, I've already been there. That's a lot to cover. Are you with me so far? I'm with you. That brings us to the next summit. Somewhere in the city lies nations. I've already seen it. Okay, so I've already seen it, but I have to go back. There, we might as well see what this does. So we're going fire crystal. Then it was the honey. The honey, oh my god. Just one. Thank you. And then the insect wing. That's the lizard tail. Alright, how did I do that? That's how I did that. Okay. But a lot of it's gone my way. File. One honey. The lizard tail. I appear to be doing something. I'm not pushing any buttons. I failed and I lost the crystal I was using. But did I lose the items I did not. You lose the crystal but not the item. That's actually interesting. Right, let's try this again. Apparently I'm cooking a meal. That looked like it worked. A chunk of sweet lizard. HP plus 5, MP plus 5, Dex plus 1, and recovery. Okay. I need to activate this. I don't think I'd hit. Okay, the auction house was, where was it? Right here. This game is enormous. And like my lack of knowledge clearly shows. Whereas Final Fantasy XIV, I've finished that game so many times. Except for Dawn Trail, obviously. But I've done every other expansion many times. Which reminds me, it's what, like 2 weeks till Beastmaster? Looking forward to that. Hello, dude. So you're able to locate the... Yeah, it's pretty hard to miss, isn't it? What do you think? It is, as I said, yes. Few organizations in this world exceed the auction house in scale. It will never cease to be of use to you throughout your adventures. Be wise to be kind of using it. Now we get down to brass tacks. Let's see if we can get up some levels. There are several items in existence which serve to enhance the number of experience points you receive for defeating enemies. For example, there are Chariot Bands, Empress Bands, and Emperor Bands, just to name a few. These are a bit unique in that you must wait a certain amount of time after equipping them before you may use them again. There is also a predetermined amount of time, usually quite long, that must pass before these items can be used again. The total number of times you may use a single item is also limited, so be mindful of that. Many of these items can be obtained from the same guards that provide you with Signa. You need only exchange conquest points in order to acquire them. As a matter of fact, for finishing the last summon, I'm going to give you this Conquest Promotion Voucher. With this, you'll be able to obtain a Chariot Band without having to use any Conquest points. That brings us to your next assignment. Now then, Adventurer, raise your level to 5 and return to me. With an experience bonus in place, it should take you practically no time at all. Good luck and be careful. Okay, so I go talk to this bro. When my targeting starts working again. Hello. I want to spend my conquest points. Common. Let's go with the Emperor's Band. Hitchhoods there, she can only purchase or recharge Emperor's Brand once until conquest results tie is performed. Also, you cannot purchase this item if a similar item is already in your possession. It is possible to fully recharge an Emperor's Band by trading it to one of your nation's guards, including Emperor's Guard. One charge requires 100 conquest points. During the time of the Great War, it was possible to have this item recharged in exchange for allied notes. From my understanding, that practice has recently become commonplace in the Near East. That you'd be needing Imperial standing credits if you wish to service there. I'll never be there. Obtain the Emperor's Band. So then... we use this thing. Again, I'm mashing the button and nothing's happening. There we are. Nope. What did I... Whoa. Experience point bonus, 15%. Maximum duration, 720. Maximum bonus, 15,000. I take it as now active, maybe. Then we're back here, and I need to get to level 5. I'm level 3? What level am I? I'm in fact level 4. Big damage. Huge damage. I will definitely take the potion. Why is the potion temporary? That seems a bit unfair, doesn't it? you're doing huge damage. An elixir. The elixir is a temporary item. That is quite strange. Huge damage. It's only 100 experience points. That is the Flintstone I needed. I knew it was these guys. Huge damage. I missed. Like, I definitely think that Final Fantasy XI is definitely better and more fun with like friends. Because, you know, you could just go around and just do whatever you wanted. You know, you don't need, like, specific objectives and all that kind of stuff. If you're trying to play it on your own, and you don't have a direction. Seems that it's more running around and, like, just trying to figure things out. Like, if I had friends to play this, that would be amazing, but I don't. Okay, level 5. So I go back to the big K. But, as far as I'm aware, there is no free version of 11. It's still subbed. Which, you know, that puts a lot of people off. But with how old the game is, like, that's so understandable. Like, it's how old? Why is it still not free? Like, the fact has been going on and still going. No, I'm not gonna watch these cutscenes. All the expansions and where am I? There I am. Well, we might make an adventure out of you just yet. Looks like you've almost washed all that green off you. Bit of bad news there. Starting from level 31, anytime you're knocked unconscious, your experience points will suffer a deduction. As a general rule, the amount penalized will be about 10% of the total amount required to reach the next level. This to be more careful than ever from here on out. However, there are ways to minimize this loss. Like this, for example, go and take it. Your reward for completing the previous assignment is called a raising earring. Using this will grant your status under the re-raise. Whenever you're rendered unconscious while this effect is in place, you'll have the option to revive yourself. Choosing to do so will cause you to be resuscitated in the very spot where you've fallen. In addition, as I previously stated, the amount of experience points you lose will be somewhat lessened. However, after being revived, you will suffer from a stage of weakness where HP, MP, and basically you become like her. Raising earrings work similar to bands and the other experience bonus sign as I mentioned. That is, once equipped, you must wait as it proved a certain period of time before they can be used, and there are both cooldown timers and limited charges as well. There's a vast array of other enchanted items with mirror and other effects that will prove useful in your adventures. It may be worth the time enough to better acquaint yourself with them at some point. That's quite a lot to cover. You with me? I'm done. Now that you've surpassed the required level, it is time for you to learn a spell called Trust. This will be your next assignment. Trust spell allows you to summon an alter ego, an echo of someone in this world to fly to your side. This magic will surely become a dependable companion in your adventures. There is a dedicated instructor for Trust magic. Head to the first map to tell you about. In Bastark, Clarion Star handles Trust magic instruction. You'll find this Gulka at Port Bastark wearing green garments. Destination may be a bit of a walk. Tell me, do you know how to reach your map? Blah blah blah. Once you've unlocked Trust and received a permit, return to your... Okay. We're gaming. We are in fact gaming. So wait, was I supposed to use this equipment? Because I literally didn't. I was. Whoops. Where am I going? Hi, character. I guess we go this way? There. This is my mug house. Oh, that's right. Everyone in Final Fantasy XI gets a house. Which, blah blah blah, it's like storage and whatnot. Wait, change jobs. Only Miracles can do it. I feel like /AE means /ask everyone. Hell no, am I gonna do that? There's a reason we mute everyone on Discord. Alrighty. Port Bastark. Okay, I have to go to Port Bastark. Which is where exactly? Up north. Okay. Well, now I know where to change jobs. Not that I will. Yes, this looks more correct. I was like, why is my name? That's because it's transparent. Ish. It's transparent-ish. Okay, so we just keep going. So just keep going north. Northeast. Just follow the road. And then we carry down this way? Maybe? Ooh, hello. Diary crystal! Thank you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm looking for Clarence. I ran past that dude. There he is. No, not those. Whatever that is. What is that? What is that? I don't know. Okay. Hello. Hey, you there. I've got a proposition of sorts of fresh face adventures itself. Call me Clarion Star. I've come from Juno, the lovely city in the northeast that connects Quan and Mendatio continents. Specifically, I'm representative of sorts from the Juno Institute of Magical Studies. You can call me a headhunter. Bahaha, and the heads I am hunting today are those of bright-eyed explorers like yourself. So here's the deal. Not too long ago, the Institute held an international synopsis of sorts, in which we announced the development of a fantastically useful new type of magic. We made it available for everyone to utilize, and so we are trying it out here in Bastock and other places around Vanadale. We've chosen to call the New Magic Trust. As an official delegate of the Institute, I want adventurers of your caliber to be the lucky first participants. So what about it? Want to try it out? What have I got to lose? That's the kind of spunk I like. You're surely aware that Bastock is no stranger to developing new technologies, and as such, Sid and the Mithril Musketeers are conducting research of sorts into the application of this new magic. You know how they are, always at odds with the Beastman Confederate. They think that trust might be able to help bolster their forces, they say. And however, not just anyone can use the trust. As you can imagine, the Institute is thus collecting data of sorts in Sandoria and Windhurst too, trying to get as many people as possible to participate. To come as no surprise then that we have other representatives in those two nations. We'd rather head over there and we've got nothing more to discuss. But I'm sure that Mr. Musketeers here would appreciate any help you could give him. Let's cut to the quick. Helping them earns the aid of a powerful warrior of sorts, which can only help you and your travels. Of course. Bwahaha, perfect response. In that case, let's get right to it. Before we go any further, let me give you this. The first task of sorts is to speak with Naji of the Mithril Musketeers in the Metalworks. He can guide you further. Do you know where that is? Just head up the staircase behind me, cross the bridge to the west. Someone in the markets just past there can guide you further. Take the lift up to the second floor. You'll be finding waiting by the staircase that leads to the president's office. No one across the land is as faithful or skilled a guard as he. Blair Institute card. Actual directions? What if we get lost? Head up the staircase. Cross the bridge. There's the bridge. There is a lift into the second floor. So let's assume it's that fantastic looking building over there. I don't know if it is or not. I'm just assuming it is. I don't think it is. This looks more like a pub. Yeah, the steaming shape. That's a pub. Oh. So then it has to be this door. That's an airship. I'm lost. Where am I going? I said the markets. So I guess he means back where I came from. The metal works. In the metalworks, that's where I'm going. I'm going here. Guys! Open this door! Not this door. Wait, yeah? Yes. Found it. And then I have to take the lift upstairs. So there's a lift somewhere. I'm gonna assume it's this. Which is good timing. Give it a second. They're 80 seconds now. There it goes. I'm looking for someone. There, that person, Naji. She cuts into my arm, okay? This stupid thing is so damn complicated. Come on, Naji, it'll be easy, Naji. Why did I even agree to this? Who exactly volunteered me anyway? And now I've got someone bothering me. What is it? Hey, Yar. Bye, Altana. Someone has actually come to me about this trust thing. Taking the buffalo by the horns, are we? I suppose I can find some time in my busy schedule. Yep, from the I've got absolutely no idea how this works. They told me something about trust and friendship, but what is that supposed to mean? But if it works, you'll be able to summon an alter ego of me who will fight by your side. And let's be honest, you're better than me. That's what I'm led to believe in, right? Pretty amazing stuff. But I don't know. But I don't know you. But I don't know you from a crying street urchin, so it probably won't work. Tough luck, kid. Nita always called me dumb as the tree stump and simple as I wouldn't speak, but I'll have you know I'm both complex and intricate. Don't blame me if this fails, it's all on your head. Now, concentrate, my compatriot. Focus on your feelings of trust and friendship. If you won't believe in me, then believe in the fact that I believe in you. Wait, what did I just say? There he is. This is all I took. That idiot Clarion Star gave such a long explanation of sort that I was ready to stand here for hours and hours. But I'll be damned if this doesn't feel good. Let's try it out. Hey, you little, get back here. Phew, that could have ended perfect badly. At least I can control the thing. Ha, now I can get out 2 doors at the same time. Wait, why am I getting excited about that? I'm quintessential warrior number 5 in the Mistral Musketeer hierarchy, and if I ever catch you referring to me as a doorman, I'll bite your head off. Ugh, this doorman thing gets a little too close to home. I'm pumped and ready to go. Now, to catch it, let me tell you how I really feel. Gah! I'm fine with this thing inheriting my many times, but some things are better kept under wraps. Now, to keep this from me getting into trouble. Congratulations on your tremendous success. And before I forget, I'm gonna give this to you. You earned it, pal. You can use it to summon an alter ego of the strongest musketeer, me, at any time. Give it a shake outside of town. Maybe Northwest have customer references. I'm sure I'd be more than pleased with the result. And far be it from me to confess my weakness. I'm a bit curious as to whether it will actually work. Come back to me once you've tried it out. You learn to trust Najee. So now we go teleport, Bestock Markets, point 1. Yes, please. When I go talk to the big guy. Hello. There's a dedicated structure. Alright, I've already done that. I received the trust payment. Okay, so like her out here. Do I need no MP cost? Alright, let me add him. So then if I hit this thing, he's done. He used Provoke. I don't think it worked. Not a third. Those are 2 temporary items. Okay, so how do I... Okay, so it's got a 3-minute cooldown. And how do I make him go away? Oh, release. Just one more step on my road to glory. has a cooldown of a few minutes. Okay. But it's a party member, so... But it's a party member you can take with you anywhere. Again, I'm not gonna say anywhere. It could be anywhere asterisk. Because I don't know how dungeons work in this game. Let alone where there's actual dungeons. We want to go to Metalworks. Yes, thank you. And then we talk to what's his face? Hello? Tell me every detail. Did my alter ego do the real me justice? Couldn't be happier. Can't say that I'm surprised when you're working with a man like me. Of course you get great results. Now you know why I need to choose who he did. Be that as it may, if you need to learn more about Charles Gerber, I can ask Clarence Starr. He seems to know a lot about his stuff. Kept muttering something about latent potential, ongoing research, or what have you. I wasn't really paying attention. But what I did find interesting was that there were also people in other nations with their gaze trained on this program. If the whole process confounds me, then it's no surprise that there are people out there trying to figure out just how this works. But you don't need to cross the border to find out more. Some other people here in Bastark are participating, like Hayami. She's number 4 here in Mr. Musketeers, and I doubt she'd just let any odd adventure try to trust my two widow. You want me to ask for you? No, I don't think that would be a good idea. There's something else I must give you. The best of trust payment. Well, there's nothing more you need from me. Go where you came from. Just be sure to treat my alter ego well. I'll have to hunt you down, and you won't be happy when I find you. I'm now able to call multiple alter egos. Okay, so where is this Sayami girl? Open the door! Thank you. I don't know. Right, so we're... We're going to... What? To that one. Yes. I'm actually progressing. It's crazy. But, there it is. How you find those alter egos? Unable to unable to issue it direct orders. Research results Kangan may take a while for any concrete to be correct. Yeah, to release an alter ego. Just talk to it. Once the period is passed. Okay, sorry, if they die, you can just resummon it. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's like summoning Thancred in the middle of Winosia. Just making him run around going, this is Thancred. So we want to go to the market. That's the one. Yep. And then we go talk to the big guy again, and this time he has dialogue on him. Congratulations, looks like you've safely obtained your trust permit. As you continue your journey, you'll be able to summon stronger companions and even expand the number you can call forth. Keep striving onward. And one more thing, if you happen to obtain a scroll known as a cipher, you should take it to the official in green who explains Trust Magic 2. By using a cipher, you'll be able to call forth the person whose name is written on it as in your alter ego. When you complete the records of evidence objective found on tutorial in base is called Call Forth Alter Ego, you'll receive a cipher special reward. Give it a try. And now for completing these tasks, I present you with a warp ring. This warp ring is also enchanted. When you equip it, the spell warp will whisk you back to your home point. Oh, that's so useful. There is also a teleportation device called the Survival Guide. Survival Guide appears as an open book and sways up and down. You can also warp between survival guides. That's what those books are. I thought it was a spawn of like an enemy or something. Experience warping. Find the survival guides in the mines and also North Gustaberg. After returning to town, use the warp ring. Okay. Set the home point to the home located in front of you. Set this as my home point. And I'm supposed to do that stuff. But what I think I will do. Yeah, because I didn't actually use that. But then it takes like... Oh, that so it takes 5 seconds to before you can use it, and it lasts for 15 minutes. And then that takes 8 seconds to charge, and it takes 10 minutes for a cooldown. Okay, and that's got 1 charge, and that's got 7. Okay, now I'm with it. Now I get what those numbers mean. I'm like, what do you mean 7th of the 7th? It's literally the 8th. It's the charges it's got. Okay, now I get you. Now we're on the right page. And then that has 10 charges. Okay. That's pretty cool. I would do some more, but I don't know how well this will do. And I don't know how well this will go. So, we're just gonna call it here. Hopefully it was informative. I have no idea how long Final Fantasy XI is. But this is literally the tutorial. It's been, like, so compare Final Fantasy XIV to Final Fantasy XI. In Final Fantasy XIV, in an hour and a half, you get from level 1 to, like, level 27. Minimum. Depending on what you're doing. My audio went weird for some reason. In fact, like, you could probably even get multiple things to level 20 in an hour and a half in Final Fantasy XIV, because it's so quick to level up. So yeah, it's a lot different. But I don't know, I was actually having fun. Like, most of it was literally just running back and forth, but the parts where you have to, like, figure out, like, okay, I was told I have to go find this dude that's over here, but how do I get over here? And then, you know, you figure it out, and it's like, oh, I actually use my own brain, which is usually a detriment than a benefit. And I figured it out. So that's the kind of thing that Final Fantasy XI is. It's... here's what you need to do. Go figure it out. So that's why it's such a, like, a long game, because, you know, and why I also think that it's better with, you know, friends, because you can literally get on, get on Discord, voice chat, whatever, and then be like, okay, so I've just been told that I have to go here. Okay, but I've just been told that I have to go over here. Okay, isn't that on the way? It's like, okay, so if we're going to do both, we can go this way, or we can do this, or we can do that. It's a discussion. Like, you would have, like, you would sit in an inn, and you would talk to your fellow party members and discuss, like, where you're going to go, how you're going to go it, and all that kind of stuff. Where instead, with Final Fantasy XIV, it's like, you need to go here. Here's the icon to tell you where to go. And then you just go there. It's like, yep, cool, done. You know, actually looking at the actual NPC names, going, who am I supposed to talk to? You just look at the icon on their head to be like, I need to talk to you. So it's very different. It's definitely a product of its time. But that, I think, makes it more... It makes it harder to get into, but it makes it more enjoyable in the long run. That's my opinion on how Final Fantasy XI works. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I've barely done anything. I've barely done anything, but, like, I feel like with Final Fantasy XI, I have not played many other MMOs, so I can't compare to things like, World of Warcraft, RuneScape, or whatever else that people play that's an MMO. Because I haven't played them. But Final Fantasy XI is more about the journey, where Final Fantasy XIV is kind of more about the destination. Because, like, the whole story is, like, building up to one specific thing. And then when you get there, you're like, oh my god, we actually did it. And you reach the end, and then you take a breather, and you're like, oh my god, that was amazing. But compared to Final Fantasy XIV, I'm trying to remember back here, like 10 years. As fun as it was, and long and tedious as A Realm Reborn was, it was a story that was being told. You were just kind of like watching it, and your character is just the main focus around that story. But with how amazing that was when, you first go through it, because it's like, oh my god, I'm amazing. But with Final Fantasy XI, the feeling that I get, it's more about, like, it's more about, like, the journey to get to where you're going. That's what the focus is on. I could just be talking absolute rubbish and nonsense, to be honest. It might not even make sense. I don't even know. But what I do know is I may do more videos on this. I don't know. I guess it depends, like, how many people watch it and like it and comment and whatnot. Because I personally don't know if this is a good thing to watch. Like, because with Final Fantasy XIV, I've played the game 6 billion times over the last 10 years. Like, I know what's coming up, I know how to plan for it, and I know, like, the route that I want to take and all that kind of stuff. So I can pre-plan, I can pre-plan it. Along with Chloe, we can pre-plan the journey through, going through the different expansions and all that kind of stuff. Which we will be doing a Final Fantasy XIV video soon, because currently at the moment the summer event is on, which I do want to do and show off because it's funny. And then also, obviously, Beastmaster's coming up soon, so I've got some preparation to do for that. Which we're gonna have all kinds of things saying, like, spoiler, 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 while we go through it. But hopefully that doesn't, annoy people, but it's just to say, like, there will be spoilers for this. So just to make sure that, no one gets spoiled and all that kind of stuff. If they're currently going through, not A Realm Reborn, currently going through Final Fantasy XIV. Some people don't care, but other people do. So if I can figure out how to make, like, timestamps, I can be like, spoilers timestamp, or spoiler shield or whatever, and then cut it to, and then, timestamp to when I'm actually doing actual content. But that's for me to figure it out. So that's something that we're going to be looking at. Because Beastmaster is going to be amazing. As far as other things going, I don't know yet. software and the recording not working properly for the rest of Pokemon is kind of a bummer. But we're gonna try and fix it, but I can't make any guarantees. If we have to skip literally all of them until back to Sword and Shield, that's annoying. That we'll have to. So if we have to, we will. But anyway, I think I've ranted on long enough. My throat is really dry. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I actually do hope genuinely that you enjoyed it. It's very confusing, but you know, it's still going strong today, which is a testament to how good it actually is and all that kind of stuff. It's just that if you're not used to this kind of format, it can be very frustrating and very difficult to like comprehend and all that kind of stuff. Like I will get lost 1,000,001 times. I already have. I think at one point I was level 20. One character, I think I got to level 20 red mage in the what was it? Sandoria, yeah, Sandoria. That's where I started. I started in Sandoria, and then I ended up getting lost in. It was either the mountains or some kind of field. I can't remember. And I ended up getting to like level 20. Because I was just like, I'm just gonna wail on enemies because they don't know what I'm doing. But yeah. Once again, thanks for watching. Hope it was enjoyable, and I guess we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.